Hello, hello. Good afternoon to everyone. We are now here on Thursday, the 23rd, and we're going to be talking about today's discussion. Um, First, I want to say I do truly appreciate the ones that did call in, text, and visit me on last week. We did have to end up canceling the discussion due to I had to have a medical procedure done to my back, so I was out for the rest of the for that whole entire week. But I had two wonderful people here that took great care of me. I'm back up and running, catching up on a lot of things, trying to get ready for the event on February 8th, which I really hope to see some of y'all there, a lot of y'all there for real. So I'm really excited. I got to get caught up on everything, trying to get prepared for the event. It's a lot into it, especially when you're running a business and trying to also do some writing going on. Week before last, as y'all know, we had a special guest in here by the name of Didi Flores. And then we had discussion on, are you physically, emotionally, and mentally safe? It was a fabulous discussion. I really enjoyed the segment. I really hope y'all enjoyed it as well. Now, as you know, last week we been discussing about when you find a good man, you found a good thing. You always hear the saying that a lot of women are quick to throw out there, to men, that it is quoted, when you find a good woman, you find it a good thing. But my thing is, I always look at both sides, because no matter what, men are human too. I'm not trying to side. I'm not trying to get no likes, loves, or whatever. We're just going to be real. And we're going to speak the truth on it, because at the same time, we expect a lot from our men, but a lot of us feel like we don't have to give the same in return. As women, I hear on Facebook, see little posts and everything where you do hear women talk about, well, I don't need a man. Now, realistically, I don't believe that, because even with me, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't need a man, because if you look at it, how will we get here? It took a man to assist a woman for us to get here. So a man is needed. Whereas things that a woman is structured to do around the home that she cannot do like a man, but you're quick to say, I don't need a man. Whether it's lawn work, whether it's but I mean, that does not mean that you use that man just for his physical structure. A man is equipped for more than just that. A lot of women do not realize that our men also have emotions. They also have a mind that a lot of us do not respect, or we take time to even look at. We tend to be selfish about, our own mental and emotional things, and we don't look at the other side. So, that's why I sat back and I thought, we need to also think about our men. It's just the thing about it is that with men, like I told you just now, they have a mind as well. They have emotions too. And that needs to be respected. If you don't respect that, then you're not looking to have a healthy relationship. We all can sit here and say, well, I really don't need a man. What I need a man for? That's a lie. We all had, give me just a second. I'm so sorry. Come on in. This is my good friend and also what I need a man for. He helped me with my brakes, always fixing on my car. Say hi, Q.
Hey, what it do? Already.
So if you need brakes done, your car worked on, hit inbox me. I'll hook you up with the man. He's really good on prices. 24 hours. You ain't got to worry about no time limit.
Already. Your thing.
All right, you have a good one. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate that. But yeah, I had my brakes done today. He's always on call for me, no matter what time it is. But picking up back what we were talking about, Women are quick to say, we don't need a man. You do need a man. And I'm going to just put it out there. I don't care if you made your own choice, because my thing is to each its own. But if you choose to have a relationship with a woman, that's your choice. But my mental status is you still need a man. If you look into things that needs to be done today, even in order to continue to live and to have things taken care of within the structure of a house, men are needed. But my thing about it is we don't take time to appreciate them and show them how they are valuable to us. Now, saying a good man, before a woman can get out there, and because there's a lot of them that's looking for love. They want to be loved so badly to where they'll grab any man without being observant, without really getting to know him. Now, I'm gonna be honest, you can never know a person. You could be with them for 16, 20 years, and you still don't know that person. But at least get the background check on them. Get the mental status on them. Get the emotional status on them. See what their history was. Because the one thing I had to learn, a lot of times that we think that people are hating on us, or they just don't want us in a relationship, or just want to ruin our relationship, 9 times out of 10, warning is before destruction. When people try to warn you about a person, it's because they love you. It's because they're looking out for you. Now, my thing is, when you get to know a person and they're giving you their all and they're showing you how much they care about you, don't take that for granted like they're supposed to do it. A lot of us women, and I'm going to say the women that today that been through a lot, as myself, when we have been through bad relationships and we don't take time out to heal, we can be into another relationship. And only because a man at the beginning start cutting your grass, buying you roses, opening a door, don't be quick to say he's a good man. Take time out to see what that man is consumed of before you quick to put him a label as a good man. Every man is not good. And every man is not a man, they're a male. When you have a man that sit there, even if the daddy is not around of your children, the real dad, if a man takes the time to be there for your child that is not biologically his, if he's there and he's doing for you and your children, because I'm going to put it like this, a lot of women, you are so embellished in the fact that a man, he bought me roses, he bought me an outfit, he takes me out to eat. My first thing I'm going to ask is, what did he do for your kids? I'm not saying he's supposed to, but that's a package. If he cannot love your kids like he loves you, then why is he there? Now, we're not saying this is something that a man's supposed to do, because if anybody's supposed to do anything, it's the man that you lay down with to have these children. My thing is also is that when you say I have a good man, don't be quick to sit there and feel that he should not chastise your children. The one thing I hate to hear is that you're not their daddy, or he's not my dad. If that man is helping you take care of those bills, if that man is helping you around the house, he's doing more than the biological daddy doing. So he should get some credit. Because my thing is, like, you hear the title say stepfather. I really don't like that title of stepfather. That's a man that stepped up to be a father to your children. A lot of women, I sit back and I observe women when they do have men, and a lot of them do not appreciate the man they have before them. They don't appreciate what the man brings into the home. They don't appreciate what a man does in their life. We take it for granted. Now, a lot of y'all might say, yeah, I appreciate it. How do you appreciate it? And we're not just talking about birthdays or Father's Day. We're talking about a daily thing. You don't take time when he gets off work. Yes, there's two. Today, it takes 2 to work. It's not just one. If one can do it, more power to you. but it takes two to work. And my thing is, as women, yes, we might work our 8 to 12 hour shift. He working his 8 to 12 hour shift. But how does that make it right to where you feel like you can sit back and say, well, I worked all day just like you did. Why don't you cook sometime? Me personally, if both of y'all share the work in the house, good thing. But my thing is, when that man has a job and he works and he's paying the bills, why can't he come home to a good meal? Why can't he come home and have his back rubbed, feet rubbed? Ask him how his day went. If that man comes in and he's always asking you, or even call you on the phone and say, well, babe, how your day? How did your day go? How do you feel? He's taking the initiative and the time and valuing who you are to be that concerned about your day, because he knows that you have feelings. But at the same time, as women, we can take that for granted. Do you actually see this man and what he does in the household? If you have a man that appreciates you as a woman, that doesn't disrespect you, doesn't abuse you, you have nothing to worry about, because whenever you need anything, he's there for you. Why do you mistreat him? Why do you belittle him? And I find there's a lot of ways when you get mad, y'all need to take a time out, a real time out. Because a lot of y'all, when y'all get mad, you let your words get ahead of you. You think that men is the only one that can abuse women? No. I've known women also to be abusive to men. And my thing about it is, we have to be careful of the words that we say, because there's good men there in the home that sits there and he supports you in everything you do. He sits there and shows you that he loves you and he cares about you and he values everything mentally and physically and emotionally about you. That doesn't mean he don't have feelings either. There should be a time to where you sit back and you look at how tired he is, how he needs to be appreciated. Why does it come a time to where you cannot say, baby, I love you and I really appreciate what you do for us? It's that easy. It's not hard at all. But we so quick to sit back and feel like that a man is supposed to do something. There's a lot of times and a lot of things that a man don't have to do things. He do things because that's his nature. He do things because he loves you. He do things because he appreciate and value and respect who you are as a woman, because that's how he was raised. Now you have men that, yes, they do go to work, but do they pay bills? If they don't pay the bills, I hate to put it like this, that's not a good man. That's a little boy to me. Only because you work and you're staying in that home with that person, with that woman, and you're not working, you're not a man. And women need to sit there and value themselves better than that. Because I have seen situations, and I'll be honest, I've seen situations where the woman would go out and get a job. There's nothing disabled about the man at all. He's laid up in the house. He's eating the food that he did not buy. He's using the utilities. He's got the shelter, but you got a good man. How is that a good man? If he's not disabled, why can't he get out there and help you take care of these bills? Why can't he help you around the house? It shouldn't be all on a woman to sit there and disvalue yourself and settle in because you want to not feel lonely or you don't want to be alone. Because I'm going to put it like this. If you have a man in your home that is putting so much weight on you to where you take care of the bills, he doesn't take our time to see how you are, support you, nothing you do, you're practically alone. And I'm going to be honest, I'd rather be alone than be with a man and be lonely. I'm not going to settle for it. And you shouldn't either. But I have seen statements where women say, well, I don't need a man. No, you don't need a man that disvalue you. That's what you don't need. But we all as women, we do need men. We're not intended to be alone. Now you wonder why you sit around here and I'm gonna sit up here, I'm a woman myself. So I see what y'all put on Facebook. You sit there and said there ain't no good women in I'm from San Antonio. You said there ain't no good men in San Antonio. Where are the good men at? Okay, let's put it like this. If you're going out to a club, dressed like you're going to bed, you think you're really gonna find a good man in there? You're gonna find a man that's gonna see what you dress like. And he's gonna treat you exactly the way you are. You gotta uphold yourself. Now, I'm not saying you don't have to go out. There's anything wrong with you going out dancing or doing anything like that. I'm not saying that. Because I'm telling you, when I go out with my girl, that's what it actually is. I'm not going out there to meet nobody in no club. I'm going out to have a good time with my girls. So my thing is, if you going out there and you putting on the tightest, shortest dress, something real low cut, with intentions of looking for a good man, you're not going to find it. You'll find a man that knows that it's easy to catch you, to get what he wants out of you, use you for a minute, and then throw you away until he find that woman that is up to the standards that he's looking for. That's what you're going to find. I tell a lot of the women that I deal with, I am not looking, I'm waiting. Because sometimes when you go looking, you're looking for the wrong thing. When you find a good man, you find something that's really good for you. A lot of the women, y'all have your standards too high. Some of y'all got y'all standards to where it's out of your category. You base a lot of things on a person's looks, how his body's built, how much money he have, the car he drives. Getting a good man is not all about that. I'll show you an example. I have a friend, and she admits to it. I'm not gonna say no names, but she admits, she says, well, people sit up here and say that my man is not attractive. She said, but the one thing I could say, he is good to me. It's not about his looks. It's how he make me feel. And that's where we should look at. We should not always look at the outer shell. Just like in one of my discussions before, I said about the men trying to catch a woman just based off of her shape. That go for you too. A lot of y'all say, oh, look at his body, his walk. He's fine. Sometimes things that look good is really not good for you. But at the same time, as y'all out there throwing the word, where are the good men? Or there's no good men out there? My question to you is, you are so desperately trying to find and wait on a good man. But are you a good woman for that good man? That's the question you need to ask yourself. There's no way that if you're the type of woman that emotionally and verbally and physically abuses a man because you're mad, think you deserve a good man. No, you don't. You don't deserve a good man. Me personally, you deserve to be alone. Because nobody deserves to be hit on. I don't care if a man is stronger. I don't care if you feel like, well, he wasn't raised to hit a woman, so I know he won't hit me. How dare you? To think that you have the right to hit on any man or to verbally cut down that man because he is possessed with the value of not hitting a woman. That's not right. And only because he don't hit you and you hit him, hit, push, knob at the head, that doesn't mean you're not abusive. As women, we have to be careful of the words that we use, even in anger. Because if you chose a man to be in your path, if you chose a man for life. He's supposed to be a representation of you. Just like you say, well, I make him look good. He makes me look good. But my thing about it is, if that man is miserable because of what you're taking him through, you don't look good at all. And that does not make you a woman to put your hands on a man because you feel like he will not hit you. My thing is like this, as women, if you feel that you have gotten to the point to where you want to hit that person or you get so angry, walk away. Go take a time out. You're never too old for that. There's one technique that I've learned is that sometimes when you are so angry, go find something to distract your mind. Don't take it on the man that treats you with so much respect. Do not take it out on a man that values the woman that you are. Because I'm going to put it like this, women. A man's going to take that for so long. Because he has feelings just like you do. But when he gets tired and he leaves, don't think that you can get any good man. Because sometimes that man that we have and we lose will be the best thing that we had. Because we never appreciate what we had in the first place. We quick to sit up here and downgrade a man. We quick to say what they do wrong. But do you ever take the time to step in the mirror and look and ask yourself, do I treat him good? Am I a good enough woman for this man? Because he is good. There's a lot of women know what a good man is. There's a lot of women that don't know what a good man is. They feel like a good man, long as he's in the house and he gives her sex, he's good. He ain't got to do nothing else. He disrespects you. He disrespects your mother. He disrespects your kids. That's not a good man. And why would you want to stay in a relationship like that? To show your kids as an example that is acceptable. And then you wonder when they get up in age, you want to get upset when they get somebody to treat them the way you was treated. See, we got to correct the path. Only because we adults and their children don't think they're naive to what we're doing. But later on, we can't get up in life and say, you know, you don't talk to me like that. When a child tells you, how can you tell me anything? You did the same thing. You have to think about that. We are the example for our children. So as women, we need to choose the right people in our path to bring into our doors in front of our children. Because just like things that we are affected by in the relationships we go through, the children are affected even more. That's just like with abuse. Don't think that you're the only one that's suffering with abuse and it doesn't affect your children. It does. It affects them worse than it does you. We got to be careful with what we put before our children. Because when you bring a man in your home just to have a man there, instead of waiting on a man that respects you and loves you and values you and the kids the way it's supposed to be, we wonder why we got a constant call from the schools because our kids are acting up. We wonder why our children are angry. We wonder why they're talking back to us. We wonder why they're being disobedient, no matter how much you whoop them. We need to look at what we put before them because it's the environment. You got a man there that has the surrounding so chaotic, but you still expect for your children to be straight A students, to be calm, to be respectable. No. And you can't get mad at them because it's your fault. You put the wrong men before your children. And just like I said before, we need to learn, and I'm not including with this we, that our boyfriends is not the babysitters. If the father cannot watch the children, the biological children, why a man that you don't know or you think you don't know is watching your children? I just don't. I know when my kids came up, if their dad couldn't watch them, the family had them. If my family couldn't watch them, I didn't go to work. I had to call in because I didn't have babies. I was just particular about my children, and I don't understand why women these days are quick to just drop their kids off on anybody just to go out or just go lay up with another dude. You're quick to do that, and you say you put your kids first. No, you don't put your kids first. You're selfish. Because honestly, if I couldn't take my kids somewhere, I wasn't there. That's just me. Anybody that know me would tell you that. If you did see me out to a club, the kids were with their daddy. Now see, he was abusive to me, but he wasn't abusive to my children. There's a different relationship there that you as women are not looking at. Especially when you sit there and you lost that good man. And I'm gonna put it like this. Once he's gone, he's gone. You didn't appreciate what you had when you had him, but you want him back. But because somebody else got what you was getting, you want to be mad and use the children as a weapon against them to hurt him. That's stupid. And that's very immature. Why would you use your children that you're supposed to love, that you're supposed to thank God for, as a weapon for your own vendetta? That's not what you have children for. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't care with my ex-husband, I don't care what went on between me and him. I don't care if he made me mad. I don't care if he didn't pay child support. If the children said they wanted to see their dad, I took them and I dropped them off with their dad, and they called me when he was ready, and I went and picked them up. I never, ever kept my kids from their dad. Because my thing about it is, that day was there on each birthday to where that child was conceived with the assistance of a man that y'all say y'all don't need. Be real. You're not hurting that man. Yes, it hurt his feelings because he wants to see his children. He wants to. Why would you keep your child from a man that wants a relationship with his child? What are you getting out of that? What are you gaining? What a ha ha he he and little cheerleaders of your girlfriends telling you, girl, yeah, I know that, what that means. You know, he don't deserve that. You're wrong for that. I never use my kids as a weapon because that's not what they are. They are human beings that have their own emotions, own minds, and their own daddy, because I have a separate daddy. So that relationship that the kids have with their dad has nothing to do with you. It's not for you to keep them from that dad. Under no circumstance. If you feel like he should have some stipulations, if you feel like because he don't do certain things that he should not have the children or be supervised, let a judge decide that. Go through the courts. And I know a lot of men, and I'm going to tell you straight up, a lot of men think that the court system favors women. Let me be honest. As an example, they don't. But I'm willing to stand in court and say, it is not my place to tell a father what he can and cannot do with his child. That is not my relationship. My relationship with my kids is different. Now, if you mad because you realize later on that he was a good man, he was really good to me. He never raised his voice at me. He never raised a hand. He always told me he loved me. He did for me. I didn't have to worry about anything. Yeah, but you didn't appreciate it when you had it. So now you mad because there's a woman that getting what you used to have. So why you getting mad at him? That's not his fault. He didn't do nothing wrong. But leave you because he doesn't deserve to be mistreated. But you're mad because somebody else is appreciating and getting all the treatment that you used to have. But do you sit back and look at how that woman is treating him in return? Something that you didn't give him when you had him. When you find a good man, you find a good thing. Appreciate it. Treat it with value. Excuse me, not yet. Him with value and respect as he gives you. And you feel like because he's a good man, you don't have to submit to him. Now there's a thing in there that, just like I tell the men the same thing. Yes, it says a woman is to submit to her man. But as he submits unto God. Now you got a man that go to church. Now don't get me wrong. I'm telling you right now, don't get me wrong, because I know there are some men that go to church, but they one way at church and they another way outside the church house. I do know that. I had one of those men back in the day. But my thing about it is, when you have a man that submits his all unto God, when he submits unto God and he's living God's word, you're supposed to submit unto him. You're supposed to follow him. You're supposed to allow him to be the structure in the household. Now, if you got a male that sits around, curse you out, do drugs, causes you to lose things, not the right example for your kids, not doing right by God. A lot of y'all want to use that Bible thing of submission. Are you supposed to submit unto him? No, because you have to look at, if this man is submitting unto God and he's doing the ways that God expects him to do and that is of God, you're supposed to follow, because he's going to direct you in the right way. He's not going to tell you wrong. He's not going to mistreat you. But if you have a man that doesn't do that, God does hold you accountable for your actions. Now you have men here that would say another man that respects his wife. And I'm going to tell you, I've heard this story before. Because actually I've seen it. And I actually had to make a comment because it bothered me. Because my thing about it is, only because a man don't hit his wife or belittle her, but supports her and show her love and respect, he's soft. If he cried behind his woman that he loved with all his heart, he's weak. No, not in my book. To me, that's what you call a real man. Only because a man cry, that doesn't make him weak. Only because a man don't put his hand on a woman, that doesn't make him weak. That's a man. Hi, Dara Brown. I see your comments over here. I want to tell you, all y'all have, hello, I see a bunch of names over here. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it. And like I said, today we're talking about when you find a good man, you find a good thing. But at the same time, are you appreciating that good man that you have? Are you showing him the respect that he deserves? Because even us as women, When that man's in a household and he's telling the children something that's right to help them in life, do not interfere with what he is instructing in this children's life. I don't care if it's not his children biologically, because like I said previously, if he's paying the bills, he buy clothes for the kids, he buying food that they can eat, he's not a stepdad. He's a father that stepped up. That's just the bottom line. Y'all can say what y'all want, because that's just me. Because my kids know when I have somebody, I tell them straight up, I better not ever hear y'all say, "You're not my daddy." That's wrong. They don't have to call him dad, but they got to show him respect. You respect that man because, for one, if he's making your mom happy, if he's showing your mom a lot of love, if he's doing for you and your mother, why aren't you respecting him? And at the same time, women, if you allow your children to disrespect a man that's taking care of you and them, you need to be alone. You don't deserve a good man. I'm not saying anybody deserves to be abused. That's not me. But what I'm saying is that the fact that when you find a good man, or you're up here crying like I see on Facebook, because I pay attention to a lot of things, even though, you might not see me push like or make a comment all the time, but I see these women say, "Where are the good men at?" Or "There ain't no good man." But do you ever say, "I'm not a good woman for a good man, so I need to restructure myself. I need to fix me so that when I get a good man, our relationship could be healthy because we appreciate one another. We respect one another. And the same thing that I give him, he gives me in return. Because if you're not getting something in return, men, and I'm talking about the real men, if that woman is not giving you respect, if you're not getting the same thing that you're giving her, she doesn't respect you. She needs to be fixed. And I ain't talking about you fix her. I'm talking about she needs to fix herself. Because we all say we want a good man. We all want things that's good in life. But do we deserve them? That's the question. Do you deserve the good thing in your life? Because if you do get that good man and you don't do right, and when he gets tired of being mistreated, abused, and I'm talking about emotionally, verbally, and mentally, he leaves. Is that really what you want? Sit back and think, and I'm talking about the women now that have men that are good to them and their children. Ask yourself, am I a good enough woman for him? He's good to me. He respects me. He values me. But am I doing the same thing in return? I know a lot of y'all need to apologize to these men, for real, because you don't appreciate a good man. So I'm gonna show you. I was in Germany, and this when I used to be married, and I had this friend, and she had a real good man. He was a soldier in the military. He got out for work. She was babysitting at home, and when he'd come home, she wanted to go somewhere. He would watch the children. She was babysitting. He cooked, he cleaned, he washed the dishes, he washed the clothes. He would go down 3 flights of stairs to go fold the clothes, put them up neatly. Some of y'all say he weak, but he ain't to me. That's a good man. He did nothing to just value her. But yet and still, she was cheating on him. She would go kick it with other soldiers on the military base. But yet and still, Y'all hear everything I'm telling you this man did. But because he cleaned up the kitchen and forgot the pan of food in the oven, she blew up. I didn't understand that. This man that went to work early in the morning, because the ones that's in the military, y'all know how early y'all get up. Went to work, come home, because she wants a break from the kids that she's babysitting and get paid for. He watched them so she can get a break, but she goes out and cheat on him. Now my thing is, you lose that man. But you want to get mad because you see him with another woman that's treating him with so much respect and showing him so much love because of what he is consumed of. So you want to get mad and keep the kids from him. Or you want to talk bad about him to the kids. You're wrong. And my thing is, there's no reward in that at all. You will not be rewarded for that. So we have to look at, when you get on social media or with your girlfriends on the girls' night out, before you say, there is no good men out there, look at yourself. Because I know I've seen something to where it was a discussion going on where I guess the man left the woman for another woman. And the other woman was mad because he cheated on her. He left her for this other woman. And they say that because the man was with her for a minute, for comfort, for convenience. But what a man truly wants is stability. He wants a woman that's stable, that has structure in her life. But my thing is, that comment did kind of bother me, because I was like, you know what? There's a lot of women out here that's taking care of men. There's a lot of women that take a lot off of men and wait for them to get built up, to support them and to be there for them and have their back until they get up on their feet. Now, you, speaking of a man that want a woman with structure, but what about that man with structure? My thing is, a man, if you want a woman with structure, why you're not a man of structure? I'm not saying that men should always 100% take care of women, because the society today, things are skyrocketing. It takes more than one. And women should not be out here trying to find a man that makes a lot of money, have an expensive car. Because see, my word on that is, why you ain't got your own car? Why ain't you working? Both y'all incomes together, y'all could be successful. It shouldn't be one depending on the other. As some people call them, gold diggers. Because even a gold digger want a good man, but are you a good woman? Don't think so. You know, like I said, I'm not sitting here and I'm not defending men and I'm not taking up for men, but I am tired of hearing about women's comment about where are all the good men at. Maybe you're looking in the wrong places. Maybe you're jumping too fast. Maybe you're carrying yourself in the wrong way. Maybe you didn't miss out on that good man because you decided to deal with that waste of a male. The one that's taking advantage of you, that run all your gas out your car and don't put nothing in there. The one that sit up here using up your utilities and shelter. You want a good man, but you're missing out on that good man because you stuck with this no for good man. How you expect to have it? And I'm gonna tell you this, women, you cannot re-raise a man. So quit it. You cannot make a man do what he don't want to do. One thing you're going to have to appreciate and respect That man had a mother. That mother raised that man already. A man does not need to be re-raised. You're not his mother. You're either his partner in a relationship or you're non-existent. Stop treating these men because they don't disrespect you like they're children. Stop talking to them like they're children. Yes, we have that motherly attitude, character, whatever, but you have to separate your kids in the way you are with your man. Treat him the way you want to be treated. If you know how to treat a man and you know how to respect and value who he is, you won't have to worry about getting upset because you didn't lost that good man and he's with somebody that actually appreciate and value who he is. A man has a mind just like you do. He has feelings just like you do. Just like you don't like being called out your name, why would you call him out of his? Just like you don't like to be cussed at, you think he like to be cussed at? He got feelings too. He has a mind to where he's entitled to an opinion. You do not have the right to take his mind from him to where you feel like you have to treat him like he cannot think for himself. And if you sit there and tell me, well, he just stupid, he don't listen, and he don't get it, he's slow. Well, that's what you chose to be with. Deal with it, but don't abuse it. That's what you wanted. Because if you wanted a real man, if you wanted a good man, you would have took the time out to observe what you was choosing. Like these men that's wearing the pants off their butt. I'm sorry, I don't like it. That doesn't attract my attention to you. That's just me. I don't know what's wrong with these young women now, the way they think, oh, he's a good man, he's a good father. But he's showing an example of something that was back in prison. No, I don't like that. I've gotten even on my own boys, pull your pants up. As a real woman, I don't want a man that talk with a lot of slang and always talking about, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what you're saying. Can you talk English? Somebody that talk with sense. But you want somebody that's talking street. Now, don't get me wrong with somebody from the hood. Don't get me wrong. Some of y'all gonna get on here and say, but Spicy, you was born in East Terrace. Yeah, I was. But I didn't go back there. I got out of there. I kept and fought to keep my kids from that environment. I became a woman because the hood couldn't do nothing for me. And the males that's in the hood, I can't do it. Because it's not that I feel like I'm better than you. It's that I want better for myself. If a man is going to respect me, and I'm not saying that a man can't come from a hood, because there are men that, hey, Yolanda, I miss you. You know, I'm not saying a man from a hood can't change. There's few men that I do know that was in East Terrace with me. There's some that was in the Rigsby's. There are some that was in the course of different height. But they changed their life because they wanted better. As women, if you want a good man, why do you want the man with the mentality of the streets and expect that you're going to have anything in life? You can't. I've expressed this many times. You know, East Terrace, born and raised here. I have good memories from East Terrace. I do. My cousins all. I have good memories. I do. But overall, when you sit back and you look at what you came from, you want better. And as a mother, you want better for your children. You don't want to be on the same level that you was when you was little. You want them to have more. You want them to be better in mental status, in life, to have stability and want something that's going to make them successful within themselves. But women, if you sit out here and you choose these men that sit here and it's normal for them to call you out your name, or every time you talk about my nigga. One thing I cannot, that just irks me. Can you have a conversation without that? If you approach me, and like I say, I am a woman. If you approach me with the lines that you do from the streets or from the hood or whatever, I'm not attracted to you. That's a turn off. I'm gone. And that's because I want somebody good. How can a man that talks with that type of slang and would have that type of mentality that the hood is the life for them and think that they're going to respect you or they're going to be good to you? I don't feel like that I would have received that. I know some people say, well, Spicy think that she's better than me. No, I don't think that I'm better than anybody. I never put myself on that type of level. If anything, I want better for myself. I want better for my children. I don't want that for my kids. Yes, people say you from the hood. I was from the hood. And these ones coming up now, these girls are so attracted to the fact that, oh, he's part of this, the Hoover, he's part of the Sticks, he's part of that. That doesn't make you look good at all. But you want to get on here talking about you want a good man. That don't look good. If you want a good man, observe who he is. But when you get that good man, appreciate and value and respect everything about him. Because a lot of y'all women are really wrong about how y'all treat men or how you talk about them. And my thing is, you have a good man and you say things bother you about him, but you get with the girlfriends and you dog him. What does that say about you? That don't make you look good. But at the same time, you hear your girlfriend say, well, girl, you deserve better than that. If your mind and your attitude is not of a real woman, you don't deserve a good man. I'm not saying you deserve abuse. I don't say that you deserve to be disrespected, because I totally against when some men have said that you get treated the way you act. You should get treated like that because look how she dressed. That's still a female. That's still a human being, though. But women, you got to look at it. If you want to be respected as a woman, carry yourself and talk like one. Let people see how you respect men. Let people see how you value a good man. Don't sit back and be one of the ones that say, I should have never did that to him. I should have never said those things to him. Because a lot of people use as an excuse, I was just mad. No, you just ain't grown up. That's just the bottom line. You know, women, you need to appreciate when you do have a good man to know how to treat him. If you don't know how to treat a good man, one day you will leave him. That's just like a person that's been abused, a woman that's been abused. At a point in time, she's going to get tired. She's going to get fed up, and she's seeking out for help to get away because she realized that he's not going to change. And what ended up happening? She's gone. He's lost her for good. That's going to be the same way with a good man. When you lose him, ain't no getting back. Because how is he supposed to trust that you would not treat him like that again? And if women, if you see that within yourself, when you step in that mirror and look at yourself, if you see that you have not treated that man with everything that he deserved or respected him, get help. Sincerely get help. Talk to people that's going to help you through it. Your girlfriends that sit there and notarize what you're saying or validate and condone to what you're saying, because Some people that are friends, they'll try to act like they're on your team when they're in front of your face. But when they behind your back, you don't know how they talk about you. And stop receiving advice about your man from somebody that don't have a man. The one thing I do, if I cannot talk to my man, I go to my pastor. I do. Because I know that's one person that's not going to take my side. And that's one person that's going to tell me the truth. And that's one thing I say, you got to be careful when you confide in friends. They're going to talk you away from that man. They're going to tell you, girl, you need to leave him. Girl, you deserve better. But when you do leave them, what's going to be their response then? The one thing is, when you have a good man, that man should be the man that you can talk to about anything. He should be the man. If he's good, this is how you know you got a good man. If your good man is sitting there and he say, baby, what's wrong? And listen to you. How you feel. Not say, oh, I'm tired of the nagging, or, you just want to hear what you want to hear. No. When you have a man that sincerely sit back and say, baby, what's wrong? And actually listen to you and want to fix it. Appreciate that. That's supposed to be your friend. That's who you're supposed to go talk to. That's who you should be able to confide in. Not mama. So I'm telling you, mothers are not the best person to tell your business to about your relationship. Period. And sometimes your mother could be the one that ruin your relationship. And I'm going to say this by example because I know she's on here now. Hi, baby. I have somebody that I do talk to. Because, right now, I don't have a man. But my thing is that, well, I'm not going to say I don't have a man. I'm not in a relationship. But what I like about the person I did choose to talk to is because she will not take sides. And when it comes down to me, she will get in my butt. I'm older than her. But I'm woman enough to listen when I'm wrong. And she will tell me when I'm wrong. She will tell me what's right for me. She helped to guide me in the right direction to help me. But let you know that I'm only telling you this because I love you. When you have somebody in your life like that, that's the person you should talk to. Not somebody that's going to be a cheerleader for you. And then when you fail, they're going to be like, well, girl, you shouldn't. I didn't tell you to leave. I'm just saying what you deserve, but I didn't say no. That's why I never would tell a person what to do with their marriage unless it's domestic violence. Thank you, Yoli. I love you. Be careful who you tell your business to. Because a lot of times when you have females that would talk bad about your man or agree with you, one, they will sleep with your man. Two, they want what you got. And three, they're jealous of what you have and wish they had the same thing. Everybody's not your friend. When you have a good man, that should be your friend. That's who you should talk to. Stop telling your business to everybody, especially social media. Social media is not your friend, girlfriend. They're not your relationship. Because I'm gonna tell you, if you hit me up, I'm gonna want to talk to both of y'all together. Because the first thing I'm gonna ask, well, do he listen to you? Can you talk to him? Does he show you love? Does he respect you? Well, yeah. And I had one person do that. Well, yeah, he does. Then you need to go talk to him. What you're telling me, you need to go talk to him. When you choose somebody in your life, that's the person you're supposed to bond with. Stop running to your girlfriends all the time, thinking that they're going to tell you what's right, or just looking for validation, or looking for somebody just to be on your side. Want what's better for your relationship and for yourself. Because if you lose it, it's too late. Now, I hope you enjoyed this discussion. Not too many said too much, but that's cool. Y'all was listening. When I get off of here, I will respond to the comments that were on here. But I'm gonna give you the the Battered Women Children's Shelter provides counseling to anyone of abuse, mentally, emotionally, or physically. Their number is 210-733-8810. Don't never feel like you don't have nobody to talk to, because when you don't have nobody to talk to, they are there. There's also, if you feel like somebody's in danger, or you feel like the life is over, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline, 800-799-SAFE. The nutrition for the week is, we as women have gotten comfortable with being too independent and making our own choices. We have become cheerleaders of a motto, we don't need a man. But honestly, we know that we want one. We just have to be more careful and specific about the men we want to be with. But when you do find what we truly need and deserve as a good man, make sure you're that good woman for a man of true value. Know that no one is destined or designed to be alone, but we all deserve to be treated and loved with respect, loyalty, and love. For the true saying stands in life: if you mistreat anyone in any way, you will surely reap what you sow, and it could be worse than you've done to others. This is Spicy Gray on the Unspoken Heart. Tune to us next Thursday, January the 30th, I think it is, where our discussion will be on, what was that? I think it was, let me see here, our discussion, because I had to write it down because I kept on forgetting it. Oh, next week's discussion will be the silent killer of emotional and mental abuse at 5 o'clock. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Know that I love y'all. Keep watching my posts. I'll be kind of busy, which really, after I leave here, I got to go Zoom over to take care of more business. Y'all have a personal invitation for me. You see my post, February 8th at the Carver Library. They're having a festival. I will be there. 50 book copies only. And the only reason why I ordered 50 books, because y'all know we can only get ready to send the book, the Unspoken Heart 2 book over to be published and released. So I'm going to be ordering more books of part 1 and 2 there. So get your copy, come on over. I'll autograph and stamp it for you. You'll get a free bookmarker to go with your book. So I hope to see y'all there. The event will be from, I think the author's part is from, I want to say 10:30 to 4 or either 12:30 to 4. Look at the post. You see the flyer. Hope to see y'all there. Much love. Y'all have a blessed one. Bye-bye.